Hi. Who's that? Can you see yourself? Can you see? Hey guys, welcome back. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but today I am filming Owen's 6-month update. I can't believe he's already 6 months old. It has just flown by. Well, technically he's still got a couple days. He's 6 months on Friday. Basically, the time has flown by. Lots has been happening, hasn't it? Lots has been happening. You big boy now. Can you see yourself? Can you see yourself? You say hi. Hi. This is Owen's like resting face. He looks like he's in a perpetual state of shock. And that is Owen's smiley face. Okay, so I'll start with what his daily routine, which I suppose it's kind of quite flexible. I say routine, but like, can you see? Can you see? It's quite flexible, his routine. I mean, it follows the same pattern, but it kind of, the hours and the times are always a bit different, and it's changing again now because we're starting to introduce solids. So usually he'll wake up for the day at about 6 o'clock in the morning, which is far too early for me. Daddy does morning shift. He wakes up with his dad, and usually Taylor will wake up around the same time as he does, or anywhere between 6 and 7. They'll play together until about 8 or 9 o'clock, and that is when I get a lot of my sleep in. He still wakes up a few times a night, so yeah, I do night shift with him because I'm still breastfeeding him, so it's easier for me to be doing it. And then Joe wakes up early and has the kids in the morning, and that's when I sort of have a sleep. Unfortunately, Joe's going back to work in a couple of weeks, so I won't have that luxury anymore. I've been very, very spoiled up until now. So I'm going to have to man up soon and actually get up early as well. Gets up at 6, plays with Joe and Taylor until about 8 or 9 o'clock, depending on his mood. And then Joe will bring him back to bed with me. I'll feed him and he'll go back to sleep. Usually for about 2 hours. That's when he sort of has his really big nap lately. But it can be only 45 minutes. It really just depends on how he's feeling at the time, I guess. Then after that, obviously, he'll wake up. Depending on how long he slept, I'll feed him, or you know, he may not need it straight away if he only sleeps for 45 minutes. I've just also started introducing his first solids meal of the day, well, his only solids meal so far, during that awake period between that morning nap and the next one. Because he usually goes back down to sleep around lunchtime. So in between that, he does get a milk feed and we've started on some Firex, which, in case you don't know, it is this, which is baby rice cereal. And they can have this from 4 months. So I waited until 5.5. I've only been doing this probably for the past week or two, actually, and just today he started to like it. Up until now, he's still had the reflex where his tongue's pushing out food, and I don't think he likes the taste, because every time I would give it to him, he'd just be like, but today he ate the whole bowl. I mean, it was like a tablespoon's worth, but he ate the whole bowl and like enjoyed it, actually opened his mouth for the food as I brought the spoon to him, so that was like a win. And we've also just started giving him these rusks, so he is teething, and I'm finding these he really likes it. He usually gets one of these after his midday nap. Once he wakes up from his midday nap, he usually doesn't go to bed. He doesn't usually have another nap until it is bedtime at 8 o'clock. So he usually gets one of these when he's getting fussy, which is usually around 2 or 3 o'clock. And he's really been liking this. I've been sitting him in his high chair with the tray, and he just sits there and sort of bangs it around and chews on it, bangs it around, and he really, really enjoys them. So they're really good. I'm glad that we started doing that. Then we have his afternoon wakeful period. We play, that kind of thing. And then at 5 o'clock it is his bedtime, but anywhere between 5 and 5:30, again, depending on how the rest of the day has gone. I usually give him a feed right before I put him to bed. He has a bath as well usually Joe gives him his bath. He has a bath, feed. Sometimes I've been reading him a book. I'm trying to be consistent with it, but sometimes he's just too tired and he doesn't want to. Sorry, is it really, really noisy? I hope you can hear me. He's playing with like this plastic mat thing that Taylor's left in here, and it's keeping him busy. So, let me see if I can. Is that fun, Owen? Is it fun? Yeah, goes to bed at 5 o'clock, has his last milk feed, and then he'll usually sleep until about 10:30 or 11 o'clock, depending on again, his mood, if he's teething, that kind of thing. And then he does usually wake a couple times during the... It really depends on if he's teething or not. If he's having a good night, he'll wake up once after that, sort of around 3 o'clock. And then again at 6 o'clock, which is his wake up time. He's had a few nights where he's been teething really badly and he's been in pain, so he's waking up a bit more often during those nights, which is a bit hard, but it's not as bad as when Taylor was a baby. His milestones lately. Okay, so at about 5 months and 1 week, he started to crawl, like commando crawling, and I thought... I didn't expect him to start crawling until he was over 6 months. So I would, just put him down on his little play mat, walked away for a minute, came back, and he was in a completely different part of the room. And I was like, what happened? And then, watching him, he was crawling. He was commando crawling. Which I thought I still had a few weeks left of having him in one spot, but no, he's off and running. He's still commando crawling, but he's beginning to get up now on his hands and knees and actually doing the proper crawling motion. And this morning, he actually went from a crawling position and sat himself up, which I was like, yeah! You just saw just then, he can sit by himself unassisted. Every now and again, he might falter, but he is getting to the point where he can readjust himself and catch himself before he falls, which is awesome. I don't think Taylor started sitting up by herself and crawling and all that until after she was 6 months old. So, yeah, that has been a surprise. Playtime, he's been playing a lot lately with lots of toys. He loves Taylor's toy trains. She's got a Thomas Tank Engine set and with like some wooden tracks and everything, and he just loves playing with that, even though she hates it when he plays with it. But he always goes for that if it's out, if she's left it out. He also loves these little things. They're a stackable set that I got, I think from either Kmart or Big W, and I got them for him for Christmas. There's just a whole bunch of animals. I think there's 7 all up. But he loves it when I build these up and then he knocks it down. He loves that. And he'll even sort of chase one of those around while he's crawling. He'll like knock it and then go chase it and get it. He really, really likes those. I'm really glad I grabbed them. They were a bit of an iffy buy. I was like, oh, I don't know if these are just a waste of money, but he loves them. He also likes, he's got a whole bunch of rattles, which he loves. He sits there and he goes like this. Instead of like doing this, he goes... I think is really, really cute. He loves those, and he loves his Sophie the Giraffe. We got this as a Christmas present. They are very expensive. They are like $30, I think, just for just like a teething toy. But it is the best teething toy we have. I really would recommend one of these. If you don't want to fork it out, maybe ask like for as a gift, like a baby shower gift or something like that, because they are, I would say they are worth the money. Overall. That said, I wouldn't pay for it myself. I was happy to receive this. I put it on his Christmas wish list, so I think we got it from my grandparents in the end. We do a Secret Santa, so I don't really know who it was from, but I suspect it was my grandparents. And my grandma actually said that my uncle had one of these when he was a baby, like 52 years ago. I think he's 52. He might be a bit older, he might be a bit younger, but around that time, that was when he, yeah, my uncle had one of these. I thought that was really cool. So, what else? We've been taking him swimming a lot because it is summer at the moment here, although today it is very cold. It's very weird, but it has been very, very hot. So we've been taking him swimming and he absolutely loves it. He kicks his feet like crazy and he splashes himself and he just loves it. He loves going for walks. I think one of my vlogs we did a bushwalk. So Owen often goes on a bushwalk with Taylor and his daddy. In the afternoon, right before sort of his bedtime routine. It really tires him out. He loves it when there's other kids at the park because he would just sit there and watch them, and he's really, really attentive to that and really into it. Like, he just watches. He doesn't sort of look away or anything. He'll just watch the other kids. Breastfeeding, I'm still breastfeeding, but I am probably going to be giving it up or weaning him off most of his feeds soon because I am going back to work in a couple of weeks, which is very sad. As much as I have enjoyed breastfeeding better this time, I didn't like it with Taylor. I wasn't looking forward to breastfeeding at all when I first found out I was pregnant with Taylor. I didn't think it was going to be something I was going to do, but I obviously gave it a go and it turned out, lucky it turned out a lot easier than I will be giving up breastfeeding. I might give pumping a go, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do pumping. As much as I would like to continue giving him breast milk, I think we're going to move on to formula now. I think it's just going to work best for us from here on out. I might still, if my milk holds out, I'll probably still do night feeds for him. More of a comfort thing than anything. He does like it and I don't want to take it away from him before he's ready, but I just don't see how it's going to work when I go back to work. But we are struggling to find a bottle that he will take. Taylor used the Tommy Tippy Closer to Nature bottles and she was fine, but looking back, she would, wherever food was coming from, she would take it. It was fine. He's not so easy. He doesn't like the Tommy Tippy ones. We've tried an Avent one lately and he seems to be better with that, but I'm going to try and find the bottle that goes with the dummies he likes, which are the Nuck brand, because he likes this kind of teat. So I think the bottles that you can get are similar to that. So I might try and find one of those bottles and see if he is better with that one. Up until now, he's been exclusively breastfeeding. I have mixed feelings about giving up breastfeeding. In one hand, I really want to. I'm really done with it. I'm sort of over the, I don't want to say inconvenience, but I love that it's convenient enough that I just have to whip out a boob if I want to feed him. But every now and again, I would like to take the boob off and give it to someone else to be able to feed. And I also am sick of my maternity, I'm also sick of my nursing clothes, as superficial as that is. I'm over it. I would like to be able to get dressed without having to think, oh, can I get my boobs out in this? And also like getting my body back to being mine, as selfish as that is. I'm looking forward to that. On the other hand, Owen does really enjoy breastfeeding. He's thriving on it. He's always been a good feeder. It's a comfort to him, but we are going to start weaning him off because I am going to get back to work. I don't think pumping is going to work for me. But yeah, we've made it 6 months and I'm happy that we've done that much with him. Who knows, I might still be breastfeeding him for the next, I don't know. He has his next round of vaccines, I think in 2 weeks' time, which, oh, I hate it, but you know, it's something you've got to do. It's going to be hard this time because Taylor has to have hers done as well. And Joe can't come because he'll be at work. My mum can't come because she'll be away. And I think my mother-in-law is working as well. So I really don't know how we're going to go. He'll be fine. And I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about Taylor. Taylor's going to be difficult. She's going to scream. And I don't know how I'm going to juggle. I don't know. You'll be fine. But we have vaccines coming up. He's in size 0 clothes, which is exciting. Where are you going? He's off. He's been in size 0s for a while. I suppose postpartum myself, I'm feeling pretty good these days. I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight that I was before Owen, not before Taylor. That's a long way off. I haven't really done anything. It's just been, I think, breastfeeding and like the general running around. My stomach isn't tight or anything. It's still floppy and it pokes out. As soon as I eat something, it just bloats out. And I have button tops and all that. I'm not in any way toned. But I do fit kind of into most of my clothes. I'm starting to work now on eating a little bit more healthy. Like, not that I wasn't healthy before, but I would snack a lot on some naughty things. Like after dinner, I would, always have dessert, or like Joe and I would share a huge bag of chips, or, I just wasn't being I was snacking very unhealthily. So I've been starting the last couple of days to sort of try and be a bit better, and I'm doing really good right now. So I'm hoping to lose maybe a couple more kilos. I don't think I'll ever get back to my pre-Taylor condition, but I would like to just lose a couple more, just sort of for my own self. But I do feel really good lately, which is nice. I wasn't expecting to feel this good so early. Hormones, I've had a couple bluesy days, like probably at the beginning of the school holidays. I had a couple days where I was just a bit sort of down, not majorly, but just I wasn't particularly motivated to do anything. But I think that was more to do with, what are you doing? That was more to do with being quite tired, more so than anything else. I think it was really that the lack of sleep was getting to me at that point. And because I didn't have anywhere to go, like all of Taylor's classes and everything had finished, so we were just home for the a couple of weeks before Christmas without daily activity, and that kind of, when you're going, you just keep going, and as soon as you have a moment to relax, you sort of lose all motivation, and that's kind of where I was at with that. But lately I've been feeling really good in myself. My nails have been really brittle lately. Like when I was pregnant, obviously, and my hair. That's two things actually. When I was pregnant, my hair grew like crazy, like weeds, and was sick and everything, and my nails were growing really strong. It was great. That's the best part of pregnancy. But now my hair was sort of finishing up now, but about a month or two ago, my hair was just falling out. Not in clumps, but kind of, because I would run my hands through my hair and I'd get like lots and lots of strands like in my fingers. It was gross. And my nails have stopped growing as fast, and they're a bit weaker than they were when I was pregnant. Not too bad, not as bad. When I was about a year out from having Taylor, they all started peeling and everything, so I hope that doesn't happen again. But the hair loss is something that happened with Taylor as well, but that seems to be calming down a little bit now. It's not too bad. I haven't had any relapse my thyroid problem. That wasn't something that they said was brought on by pregnancy. They never really figured out what it was that brought on my thyroid problems. But nothing has happened so far. I've still got a goiter, but I think that's just going to be there forever unless I decide to have it removed, but I'm not going to bother. But I've not been experiencing any of the hypothyroidism symptoms that I did with Taylor. Hopefully stays that way. He goes to sleep in his own cot at night. He usually comes into the bedroom with us around about this, probably the second time he wakes up. So usually, because usually when he wakes up about the 10:30, 11 o'clock mark, that's when I'm about to go to bed myself. So usually I'll feed him and leave him back in his cot. And then if he wakes up again later on in the night, that's when I'll bring him into the bedroom with us. And we've been doing that for about a month, 3 weeks, a month maybe. And that's going really, really well. He sleeps really well in his own cot, which is nice. Taylor, we didn't put in her own cot until she was a year old, just because of the SIDS recommendations. And we found that as soon as she went in her own cot, she slept so much better. She didn't sleep through the night until after that. So we thought we'd start a bit earlier with Owen. We've got baby monitors and we check him like constantly while we're awake. And just so how we've been fine, like he's been fine. He's strong enough now, obviously, that he can move his own head side to side and everything. So I feel comfortable having him in his own cot in his own room, and it's not so far from our room that we can't hear him when he does cry. So that's really good that he's able to do that. Something weird that happened, at about 5 months, a little tooth popped through, like just a corner of a tooth, and then it went away, and he still hasn't had it back. So I do not know what happened. It was very strange. It was there for a few days, and you could feel it was definitely tooth, and then yeah, it went away. Do not know. We will see what happens. Eventually it will have to come back. So yeah, I'll say goodbye, wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll be back with some more videos. I know I always say that, but hopefully this time it's true. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.